Hi, I'm Will Weber, instructor for this Math 151 class. I want to walk you through the syllabus so that well, you know what it is, you know where to find it, and you know what to expect from this class. So here we go. Where do you find it? Well, let's see. This is the WAMAP page under the Getting Started in Course Documents setting here. There is, let's see, some orientation videos. You're going to want to watch those, and the syllabus and other course documents here. So here's the syllabus, and yes, the syllabus, and here's the link. So here's the PDF document that you can take a look at. So here we go. I'm going to pull this up. Okay. Let's see what's going on here, or stick at 100%. Let's go at 100%. All right. So here's the information. This is Math 151, Calc 1 online. This is the fall of 2014. Prerequisite for this class is a C or better in Math 142. Now, please note that although the prerequisite is a C or better, I really expect that you know everything from Math 142 and the previous classes. This is calculus. It is the best review of algebra you will ever have. We will use every scrap of algebra you have ever learned, and some that you didn't, all right? So if you have weaknesses in your algebra, in your trig, we got to get them strengthened, all right? You got holes, we got to fill them in. I understand that students, don't learn or don't remember everything, and that they need some help. So ask for help. I mean, if you've got known deficiencies, if there's certain things, I've never been very good at adding or whatever it is that's your problem, ask me, and we'll get some help, or go to the Math Center and get some help there. One of the biggest problems that students have with calculus is not the calculus, it's the algebra and the trig. So just be ready to ask your questions and get things filled in. You want to know everything. That'll make calculus so much easier. We'll get you there. If you want help, we'll give you that help. So anyway, there's that. Course website, of course. Well, you've made it to the course here. You're looking at the syllabus. So anyway, wamap.org is course number 8454, enrollment key 151. So where are we? Yeah, this is me, Dr. William T. Weber. You just call me Will. My office is in LDC 221. If you're on campus for some of your other classes, then by all means, stop in, pay me a visit. Just because it's an online class doesn't mean you can't talk to me face to face. So, I'm here. Come on in. My official office hours are middle of the day here, noon to 1. I got an 8 in the morning class. I've got a 2:30 in the afternoon class. I'm here pretty much all day. So anyway, stop in. The door's open. By all means, stop in. I also have an online office here. If you click on this link, it'll bring you to an online environment that's got, whiteboard and chat room and whatnot. We can, if you got a microphone, we can actually talk to each other. My plan is that if I'm in my office, LDC 221, I will also be logged into the online office. If you go to the online office and I'm not there and you think maybe I should be, then give me a call and say, hey, well, can you get on the online office and we'll do some math? It's like, sure, sometimes I just forget to get in there, but I'm here at least 4 days a week, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Fridays I'm available more just online. I'm not in the office, but anyway, come on by. Phone number right there, 360-383-3566. That's the office phone. And my email, you always send me an email, wweber@whatcom.ctc.edu. If you have questions, ask them. Come get help, okay? So let's see. The text is Early Transcendentals Calculus, Early Transcendentals by Stewart. The Early Transcendentals is just a matter of When do we deal with functions like the exponential function and the log function? Do you do it in Calc 1? Do you do it in Calc 2? Well, we do it in Calc 1, so it's early transcendentals. Nothing real fancy about that. Essentially, we cover, oh, not there yet. This is the same text that you'll use for Calc 1, 2, 3, and 4 if you stick with us through all 4 of your calculus. We essentially do the whole book in 4 quarters. This quarter we do chapters 2, 3, and 4. We start with limits, and then the notion of derivatives, and then how you calculate derivatives, and what do you do with derivatives. Right? There's a list of outcomes here, course outcomes. These are things that sort of the main topics that the department thinks you're going to learn by the time you get done with this class. If you're studying for a test and you want to know what kind of things you think I'm going to test about, you know, looking at that list of course outcomes is probably a good idea, because these are the things that the department tells me I need to assess you on. So anyway, some people can take that hint, some people don't figure it out. So maybe you can figure out that I was just kind of giving you a clue as to what to study. So here's some things. I got to give you a grade. Unfortunately, I just assume not give you a grade, but since I have to give you a grade, I got to base it on something. So here's the things that that I'm going to assess you on, ways I'm going to test your knowledge. So first of all, there's homework. There's 2 types of homework. In the textbook, there's problems, and this table down here is the homework problems that I think you should work on. Each section has a sequence of problems. This is sequence notation. So for instance, I think of n as an integer. 2n then would be even, because we multiplied by 2, right? And if you add 1 to an even number, you get an odd number. So 2n plus 1 is a sequence notation way of saying do the odds. Okay. There might be a 4n plus 1 in there. Yeah, 4n plus 1. Of course, 4n is also even, but it's like 0, 4, 8. And then you add 1, so that's 1, 5, 9, that's every other odd, right? Also, there's these n less than. So for instance, on this first one, section 2.2, I want you to do the odds, but stop when n is 16, or n is less than 16. So does that mean 15 is the last one you do? No, it does not, because this is 2n plus 1. If n is 15, then 2n is 30, plus 1 is 31. So 31 is the last one I want you to do, right? So anyway, each section in the book has a bunch of problems that I think you should try. Also, within the WAMAP page here, as you work through the content, you'll find problem sets, and you can do those. Those give you instant feedback, right or wrong. Actually, on these down here, you can get kind of instant feedback because you just look in the back of the book. All the answers to the odds are in the back, so you can tell whether you're right or wrong. So anyway, homework is not part of your grade. Homework is just practice. Now, I can't tell you how many times I've heard students say, I hate it when teachers just give us busy work. Busy work? What the heck is busy work? If you want to be good at anything, be it math, be it pole vaulting, be it baseball, skateboarding, playing the piano, it takes practice. You just got to spend hours doing it. I'm really good at math because I have spent hundreds of thousands of hours of doing math. It's been my hobby, it's been my career, it's been, you know, that's how people get good at things. If you want to get good at math too, practice. And that's what this homework is. You don't have to do every single problem in the problem set. If you find that these are going really easy and you don't need it, then skip ahead. Try some of the ones later on in the section. But practice. I mean, if you come to a quiz or a test and you find yourself just really slow and not really being able to think through the problems, it's like you haven't had enough practice. So anyway, it's not busy work. It's practice. It's the way you get good at doing it. Okay. Homework. As you're working on your homework, you'll have questions. Where do you ask your questions? Well, you can ask me, or better, you can post them to the discussion forums. Each week there is a discussion forum for you to post your questions. This is part of your grade. Every week I'm expecting that you will do something of value on the discussion forums. Either ask a question, Answer somebody's question. Maybe you found a really good link that you want to share with people and say, hey, here's a place that's got some good videos on this topic, and or something else, something that's of value to people. Maybe you've just worked out a problem and no one's asked it yet, but you think you got a pretty nice solution, and so post that solution. Post something to the discussion forum each week. Okay. Weeks, by the way, I think of them as starting on Monday morning at 12:01 and ending Sunday night at 11:59. There's actually 2 minutes in there that aren't in any week, but that's fine. So things, when I say something's due at the end of the week, then it's due at Sunday at 11:59 p.m. WAMAP time. If your clock's a little different than WAMAP's and you find yourself trying to submit something and WAMAP says, nope, sorry, you're late, it's like, don't push it that far. 11:59 WAMAP time, you're done. Anyway, so that's 10% of your grade at these discussion sections. Do something every week. Make a contribution. Actually, teaching somebody something is a great way of learning it. So if you can answer somebody else's question, that's great. I mean, if there's questions out there that people don't seem to be getting answered, then I'll certainly get in there too and answer some of the questions, or point out alternatives to other people's things. So this should be a really rich environment, these discussion groups of discussing math and learning the math here. So quizzes. Each week you will have a quiz. As the course is divided into weeks, and on Wednesday of each week the quiz should appear. You have until the end of the week, so Sunday night at 11:59, to get the quiz done. Just do the quiz. Each question, you usually get 3 attempts at it to get it right. A correct answer on any one of the attempts is given full credit. There's no time limit other than get it done by Sunday night at 11:59. There's 1 quiz each week, except for on the weeks we have the midterm and the final. So I think that makes 9 of them. You have 2 late passes you're allowed. So if at some point something goes wrong and you can't get that quiz in on time, you can ask to use one of your late passes, and that gives you an extra 24 hours. Okay. 2. You get 2 for the quarter, and you use them at your own discretion. All right. Of all the quizzes, your lowest quiz will be dropped. The others will count for a total of 30% of your grade. Okay. There are 2 exams, the midterm and the final. They're essentially a first half and a second half test. The final is not comprehensive. It's just the second half of the quarter. Each of those will be proctored. I'm going to ask you to come into the campus and take those. The dates, I don't have them here, but they're on the calendar down at the bottom. I'm going to scroll down to the calendar here. So yes, October 23rd, which is a Thursday, would be the first test. And the final is November the 26th. So I will arrange a room on campus. I'll let everyone know what room. I don't have it yet, but on those evenings, 7 to 9 o'clock, come to campus. I know that anytime I try to schedule something like this, there's people who, you're taking an online class because your schedule is different. And anyway, if it turns out these are not convenient times for you, we will find make arrangements to make sure you get to the testing center or something. But the department says that on any of our online classes, 50% or more of your grade has to be proctored. So the quizzes aren't proctored. You take them on your own. I'm asking that you do them on your own. I'll insist that they not be discussed on the discussion boards. The discussion boards are for homework. Quizzes you do on your own. But these tests are proctored, so we'll find a room, come in, and take them on October 23rd and November 26th. Okay. So there's that. Oh, the calendar while I'm here. Notice the end of the week has a quiz on it. Doesn't mean the quiz is due Friday. It's just that it's just convenient for me to stick it there at the end. It's due on Sunday, of course, right? The quiz should show up. I think they all show up on Wednesdays. But anyway. So where were we? We are about to run out of time. I'm going to switch to a new video.